Hello everybody, Weeb here, and welcome to my first non-Nintendo Direct slash game show thing. I hadn't really done one up to now, not because of lack of trying or because of avoiding. It's just that none of the other companies had really had anything that interesting or that digestible, etc. There was some that was either too long or just didn't really interest me. But when I heard there was going to be this state of play earlier today, I said, sure, let's check it out. Hopefully, I think I heard it's supposed to be around 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes. I am like, yeah, it's a good length. I think I can cover that. So, yeah, I'm going to cover the state of play. As always, I'm going to give my reaction slash a discussion about it. I don't really know what to expect. I got to admit, lately, haven't been too interested in anything Sony related. I just feel like, with PS5s being so hard to get, it's like I'm not really in a hurry to first of all, PS5s are hard to get. Second of all, there hasn't really been anything pushing me to get a PS5. So, I don't know. I'm hoping that today they really blow me away and give me a reason to want to go back to that ecosystem. Because so far, I've been fine with just Switch and using Xbox Game Pass. So, I'm really hoping they impress me with something big, some sort of an exclusive or something that makes me go wow, I need to get myself a PS5 one of these days, And just hopefully they become more available in general, But alright, says we should be starting in a few seconds, so let's get this started. Alright, there we go, perfect. Alright, what will be the opener?
We have another spectacular show of guts, glory, and gore for you today.
Ooh, what is this? I mean, it looks interesting. Is this supposed to be some sort of a death show? Maybe it's an answer to Fortnite? It's violent or something? Alright, that's gotta be Tara Strong. That sounds like her Harley Quinn voice. Yeah, what is this? Is it maybe an answer to Fortnite? Where Fortnite's really cartoony, maybe it's gonna be really violent or something?
Your face on TV.
Interesting. It looks weird and quirky enough too, you know what I mean? Interesting.
Go hunting time! Hunter
It also kind of reminds me of, oh man, there was a game for the Wii called Mad World, where the whole point is that it was this competition where you got the more points for killing people creatively. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit too, so. Yeah, it definitely has an interesting aesthetic. Everyone has different, totally different outfits and stuff. It doesn't look like it's sticking to one theme. Yeah, I see people with guns and futuristic weapons and katanas and forge the weapons and compete again. Interesting.
Got it. Stand by.
Yeah, whatever this is, it looks interesting. Especially if it's a battle royale. I think people are getting kind of tired of battle royales, so that kind of might, revive the genre a little bit or whatever. Oh, wait, what? Dude, it said let it...
First look at Deathverse.
Yeah, let it die.
Coming to PS4 and PS5 next year.
That's so weird though. If it's a spin-off of Let It Die, Let It Die was this dungeon crawler where you just kept reviving over and over. It's kind of tied to Suda 51 and Marvelous.
In a world full of war, where war is just
anyway, it's so weird that they didn't mention that it's Let It Die. That's really strange.
Listen, out there, we look to each other and to our thick arms.
You done?
And you're like, how did they get them that thick? Is this an alternate reality where arms are just that thick, or are they robot arms? Our last hope.
Since the voice actor, he's all passionate with the cheesy dialogue.
Okay.
That's kind of fun.
PlayStation promo time.
Yeah.
I'm just supposed to introduce our band and the game about our band, right? Ooh, can we do something fun with it? Can we be why is it called State of Play? What are we, the president? What are we, the...
We've talked about these jokes.
Yeah, alright.
Hi. We're still driving.
Jay, I heard back from the mix engineer, and she's cool with getting songs sent on Sunday.
Itsu! How's the PlayStation blog post going?
Are hashtags too much? I want to reach more people, but I don't think I trust people who use hashtags.
Itsu, you're the best at this. I'm proud of you.
I just do things.
Carter,
I don't know.
what you working on?
This looks less like a game and more like a show. You know what I mean? Like the dialogue and stuff.
Okay. Give me one more run through and we'll take a proper break, yep?
Okay, hi.
What is
Are
this?
OFK
Huh.
is a new music biopic game about us, the indie pop group OFK. It's a 5-episode series about how we started the band here in Los Angeles and how so far we have not screwed it up. You get dialogue choices and texting and flirting, and each episode lets you play an interactive music video of a new
Oh, that's
song
kinda fun.
from our debut EP.
Okay.
That's 5 episodes, 5 songs. And if you join our mailing list today, you get a life-size cutout of our whole band wearing nothing but PlayStation 5 DualSense controllers.
Oh god.
No.
No. Okay, the cutout is still TBD.
Nice.
but
Nobody agreed to
Are
that.
OFK is coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 in 2022.
That's kind of fun.
The future, thick arms. We are OFK.
Okay, bye.
Interesting.
We love you.
Yes, it's one of those things that's very dialogue heavy. It's kind of like a visual
Next,
novel.
The team at Young Horses shares a
I like
big
the fact
update
that
coming in
you
Bug
can
Snacks.
play like through a music video. That sounds kind of fun though. That was different, and the dialogue seemed quirky. It seemed fine. Yeah, some more Bug Snacks, huh? Bug Snacks is such a weird game. Like the fact that they're like continuing to add credit and stuff to it. That is so weird.
Did you all see that? Giant bug snacks!
Gosh, we might be witnessing a prehistoric species somehow preserved at the bottom of the ocean.
So is this like after the main adventure, or is this like during the adventure?
Bro?
Like where's this take place?
Hat?
Snacks with hats? That's adorable.
Bug Snacks is just such a weird concept. Like it's so like creepy while still being like tame and wholesome. You know what I mean? It's just so weird. Like whoever came up with this, man.
Ta-da! We finally finished your huts! So keep checking your mail, do some redecorating, and before you know it, this'll feel like home.
Huh? Yes. Is it an add-on or is it like a sequel
Stop
thing?
wasting time and get on with this expedition before I'm as old as Shoulder.
Ready yourself! A brave danger approaches!
Bug Snacks, the Isle of Big Snacks. Let's see if this is a DLC or like an add-on. It is. Oh, an update. Okay, there you go. Because I was gonna say, it seemed like it would be way too early for like a sequel, but it seemed like they were adding a lot of stuff.
Hey, Five
So
Nights at Freddy's fans. We've got a security breach.
yeah, so I'm not really a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, but I gotta admit this newest one looks really interesting. Because like the fact that you're actually running, from what I can see, the fact that you're actually running around the facility looks like really cool for a horror game.
Gang are pretty tired, but they'll be back again next week after a few days of scheduled maintenance.
Yeah, because from what I can tell, you're supposed to be like a little kid and you're like stuck in the facility trying to survive. So yeah, see, that looks way cooler than just being like in an office the whole time. Interesting. Ooh, that's creepy. Interesting. Yeah, I think they should at some point you can get in the animatronic to protect yourself for like a little bit. Like it definitely looks cool. It definitely looks like a different direction for this.
6 a.m.
The fact that you have to kind of like stealth and fight your way through the facility looks interesting.
Attention to yourself. If there is another way out, I will help you find it. I promise.
Interesting. I wonder when this comes out. It feels like they announced it like a long time ago. And it feels like they haven't really, you know, you just keep hearing about it like coming in the future, but nothing.
Please make make your way to the front of the building, where you will be given novelty glasses, a voucher for 1 free soda refill, and where you will sign a legal disclaimer releasing us of all liability for anything that might have happened during your visit. Have an awesome night, and we'll see you again soon.
That's crazy.
Would you like to take a short survey about your experience?
Okay, so it's coming out at the end of this year. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
And Demigods in a challenging action RPG coming soon to PlayStation. Let's take a look.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not even like a fan of the Finance of Fridays thing. I actually would be interested in playing the newest one because it actually looks like a proper like horror game. It actually looks kind of cool. Like I would not mind checking it out. All right, what is this? Some sort of like a little, maybe like dungeon crawler sort of RPG thing. Kind of a puzzle game. Looks kind of Zelda-y, you know. Not quite sure what the aesthetic is though. It looks kind of, I don't know, I find a bunch of stuff that's like more giant than you. They look kind of like, Death's Door. Oh, okay, yeah, I saw some people playing this on like they were streaming it. I saw people playing this. Okay, it was like a little indie game that I think was only on like Steam when they were playing it. It looked interesting
Online
from what I saw.
await
So
these multiplayer games coming to PS4 and PS5.
Alright, let's see. Multiplayer games. Is this supposed to be like their answer to Mario Kart? There's no offense, it just looks so... It looks really generic, you know what I mean? Unfortunately. It's kind of a shame. You think Sony, if they really wanted to have like some sort of a racer to compete with like Nintendo's Mario Kart, or even like let's say like the Sonic like Unleashed, right? They could totally use their IPs. So, I mean, no offense to this, maybe it's fun, but this looks so generic. Like, why not use your IPs to make something cool? Like some sort of like a Sony All-Stars or something. You know what I mean? Like, they totally could. Like, it's such a shame. Like, at least this looks okay. It doesn't look terrible. But, I don't know, it's just a bit too generic. I don't see it doing like great, you know? Yeah, see, it just looks fine. There's nothing that like really stands out or anything, so. I mean, I guess the moves are kind of cool. Like, those like the little UFO, the water attacks. I mean, I don't know. It's a free-to-play game, so yeah, I don't know. It's probably gonna like
all expectations.
Alright, what about this one? Alright, what is this? Huh. Her look is kind of like, I want to say Bayonetta-ish? Right? Like, she has kind of like that Umbra Witch kind of style. But I doubt it's anything Bayonetta related, so that's weird. It's a fighting game, though. Oh, okay, King of Fighters 15. I totally forgot that existed. I was like trying to figure it out. I'm like, is this like a platinum game or something? Like, is this like related to like Bayonetta in some way? Because like her looks were kind of like Umbra Witch, you know? Yeah, that's King of Fighters, which, yeah, last I heard, that thing was like a mess because they got bought out by some other company. And like, I don't know, I heard like the whole development thing with these games is kind of weird now, but alright, I mean, if people are into it, there you go, it's another entry. I mean, hopefully it's good, you know. Yeah, so, alright, cool. Like I said, not really much of a fighting game person, but, you know, if anyone's into it, hopefully they enjoy it, I don't know.
Escape is futile.
What is this?
Looks like you're in need of your medicine.
Hi everyone, I'm Niels, also known as Vetterberg.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily, also known as Norstef. Today we're excited to share First Class Trouble with you. First Class Trouble is an online social deduction game featuring a dangerous cocktail of difficult decisions and wacky possibilities.
Before you hop into a match, check out the range of customization options available to you. As you play, you'll unlock even more, so don't forget to come back to
Okay,
your
so I mean, it's
wardrobe
cool it
from
hasn't
time to
created a
time.
character, but like, what is it?
Let's check out that recent match we played.
That was a good one. When the round begins, you'll be assigned a secret role of either a resident or a personoid.
So this is me. I played as a resident in this game, and my goal was to reach Kane at the heart of the ISS Elysia.
And I got to play as a personoid. So my game was all about deception and traps, stopping the residents at all costs.
That is actually, that sounds kind of cool, actually.
Thank you. The most important question is, who can you trust?
Yeah, exactly. And I thought you and I were working together.
I know, right?
Sometimes going with your gut doesn't work out.
Sorry, Dave. I don't have that problem.
You sabotaged the oxygen. Well done.
So
When a
it's
system
like,
is sabotaged or a trap is sprung, this is a good time to start casting doubt on the loyalty of the other residents.
so it's like a more like in-depth version of like Among Us or
You
something.
really got me.
That's kind of what it's making me think of. You know what I mean?
You at any point.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, here it is.
Gotcha.
I realized too late.
Whether you're a personoid or a resident, your social deduction skills and strategy are the key to survival.
Good luck, everyone. And remember, be careful who you trust. Because
Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? Like, I don't know. Like, it depends on like, because Among Us, what's so good about it is that it's so simple to jump into, and it's so simple because
PlayStation Plus members will
you know,
be
there's like not a lot to like do, so like the gameplay loop is like so easy. Here though, I wonder if maybe it's a little too complex, you know, but it seems interesting. It seems kind of cool that it's like a more like in-depth version of Among Us. I think that's kind of cool. All right, so this is Square Enix. I don't know what to expect. I know people had been hoping for. Yeah, I doubt this is. What is this?
Weapons activity detected. Readying third
Starboard
strike.
thrusters to full
I mean, Square Enix has so many series. I don't even know. I know people were hoping for FF16. I doubt it. This is like space looking. I don't even know because like Square Enix just has so many series, you know. So I don't know what this is supposed to be. It could be something totally new, you know. This doesn't look like anything I know. So okay, so it looks pretty like big. I don't know if I'd call it open world, but well, maybe open world. Yeah. Okay, so it's pretty big. Space explory. Yeah, I don't know if it's a new IP or what. I actually have like no idea. Speaking of which, though, real quick, going back to the whole Final Fantasy 16 thing, though, it's been a while since we've heard about it. That's why a lot of people are kind of starting to get like, I guess, anxious for like when we'll see it again. Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 looked weird, where it's like more medieval. Finally, they're kind of taking a step back from like all like the cyberpunky, you know, future stuff. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes when we get more details about it.
The full Federation fleet's moving in on us.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
The feds saw to it we aren't.
The crew of the Aegis needs you. Good luck, Ray.
You seek only to devour this world.
I am certain your journey
It looks like it's like the scale's pretty big though.
will bring hope to the future of this.
Something I wish they would continue with that, like they kind of teased it and they never went back to that series. I liked Final Fantasy Type 0. It was very different from the mainline games. It was like very like tactical and it had like its own story going on and stuff. They teased like a sequel spin-off sort of thing that they never did, which is a shame because I thought Final Fantasy Type 0 was really interesting. Like it had a lot of interesting concepts and stuff going on from like the regular Final Fantasy games. So it kind of sucks that. Oh, Star Ocean: The Divine Force. Okay, I've never played a Star Ocean game. Like I know it's a series that exists, so that's why I didn't recognize it at all. I think they have like this is like the 7th game or something. So
Update on the eagerly awaited Little Devil Inside.
dang, is that it? I feel like that went by really quick. There wasn't anything that. I mean, I'll just wait. Hold on. So this is the Devil Inside. They did show it at some point. I don't remember what it was about, but I remember they showed it off at some like indie thing. Something about like investigating and yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was. Something like you're like a researcher, right? You're working with some like crazy explorer, I think, or something like that. It's been like a while since they like last talked about this game. I mean, the visuals are nice in their own way. It has like a nice aesthetic. That's pretty cool how it zooms out and you're still keeping an eye on the train though. Like that's kind of cool.
Other day, Billy sets out on another job.
Yeah, remind me, what was the jobs? What was like the gimmick here? Okay, cool. So he has like a whole inventory.
He's reading the letter he received. The job seems simple enough.
Alright, what is the job? I'm trying to remember what this game is. I hope it shows me. Because I remember it's like something about exploration.
Cornfield Station. He needs to meet Professor Vincent, who should be nearby. Oh, there's an old lady up ahead. During travel, you can engage with various people. Sometimes to buy goods, or simply ask for directions.
So it has like a big like simulation aspect where you're exploring, you can talk to everybody and like, you know, explore.
The crew is available to travel together.
Alright. What are we actually doing? Show me. I don't remember.
Map travel, you can encounter various events.
It is pretty cool, the whole map thing though. It kind of reminds me of old school games where like, you know, moving around the map was like a big part of the gameplay. It reminds me of that. It's kind of cool how like the whole, like when you're on the map, it's like its own like game, and then it shifts into a different type of gameplay. That's cool.
Billy heads towards an eerie-looking mansion to fulfill his simple task, of course.
Okay,
He's greeted by who seems like the owner. The job is to pick up a mysterious artifact and deliver it to Professor Vincent. Looks like it's kept in the mansion's basement, leaving behind the unsettling signs on the wall. Billy enters the basement chamber.
Not suspicious at all. Oh, okay.
It turns out that the job is not going to be so simple after all. Ever since leaving the mansion, strange-looking creatures constantly appear. Here he is surrounded by a mob.
Yo, this is pretty cool.
Striking and sticking the blade into enemies to pull and throw them around.
Hey, that's actually some pretty in-depth combat. If you can kind of like control like when you like stick the blade out and stuff.
He needs to resort to his survival instincts and make use of whatever he has to survive. Often being exposed to the harsh side of Mother Nature. A desert environment is one such place.
Yeah, like I remember when they first talked about this game, they talked about like exploration and like fighting monsters, but this is like really in depth. Like there's different environments, there's different monsters after you. The combat seems really involved.
What will be their fate? Lead Billy throughout his journey and imagine what he has to face. Some expected, more often not.
Huh. Oh, it's like really steampunky or whatever. Interesting. Huh.
Oh my. Welcome to the world of Little Devil Inside.
Yeah, this is really different from the first trailer they showed.
Hope you enjoyed this peek into what's to come on PlayStation.
Wow, I can't believe that's it though. That was really quick. Like I feel like they didn't like the games were fine what they showed, but there was no real like bangers. You know what I mean? Alright, Alright, give me a moment. I'm gonna like kind of go over everything and I'll kind of put my thoughts together. So one moment, alrighty. Alrighty guys, so that was the state of play. Like I said, it fucking went by so quick, you know what I mean? You kind of take for granted, like when Nintendo does like a 20-minute thing, you know, like I swear they stuff it to the gills with so much stuff. Here they only covered like a handful of things, and before you knew it, it was like over. And no offense to anything that they showed, I mean a lot of the stuff they showed looked interesting, but nothing was like a system seller. Like I've said, I haven't really even like used my PlayStation 4 like in like maybe like a year and a half. And not only do I not see a reason to go back to my PS4, but I don't even see a reason to like hurry up and get a PS5 either. Yeah, very, very, I don't want to say disappointing, but it felt lacking, definitely. Out of the stuff they showed, I think the thing that impressed me the most might have been that first game, the one that was called Deathverse Let It Die. Because Let It Die was like this really interesting, really quirky, like dungeon crawler roguelike thing that, you know, it's kind of like I said, tied to like Suda 51 and, you know, not Marvelous, I think it was Grasshopper. And it's all about this like Uncle Death, which is like the skeleton guy, and you're like inside a game and you're like playing and you have to like get farther each time, and like it was really weird, right? And it's weird because like the fact that this seems to be like a spin-off or like a continuation of that, but they don't even like reference any of like the old game. Like you think they would kind of want to like build off of it, and instead no, it's like its own thing. But it looked interesting. It's supposed to be like this competition where you're like fighting to the death and stuff, and the characters look like really quirky and like, I don't know. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of it looks like it's trying to be like a more mature like Fortnite maybe. I'm not sure if it's a battle royale. They didn't really explain it. It also kind of reminds me of Mad World, where Mad World was like this whole competition where like the more people you killed, like the more like creative you were, like the more points you would get. Kind of reminds me of that. So besides that, everything else was okay. The other thing that probably impressed me the most after the first game was probably the Little Devil Inside. Little Devil Inside, man, it's been a while since they showed the trailer. God, man, I don't even remember too good what the first trailer was. I know they showed some sort of like exploration and like, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, it looks like, you know, it's very different from what I remember. It looks like there's all sorts of environments you can go to. There's a big like life sim aspect to it. And it looks pretty in depth. Like that fact that you can like fight and you can choose like when to pull out the sword. That way you can use like the enemy as kind of like a meat shield and throw them around and stuff. Very interesting. You know what I mean? And it looks like all the things you fight and stuff, they're like kind of creepy. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, besides that, you know, they showed Star Ocean, which I'm not really familiar with. They showed that kart game that looks alright, but it's definitely not going to like, I don't think too many people are going to pay attention to it. I doubt it's going to like dethrone Mario Kart or anything. Yeah, that was basically it. You know, not anything else that I would say was like super big. So, it was an okay, you know, direct sort of thing. But I definitely feel like PlayStation / Sony, they really need to bring the heat. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't know, they're just really lacking, you know? But, I don't know, maybe this will just be like the beginning of 2022. And maybe as we get a little farther into next year, maybe that's when they'll start releasing bigger stuff. You know, maybe they themselves are aware that not too many people are buying PS5s. You know, they themselves are probably aware that people are still having trouble getting them or whatever. So maybe by the beginning of next year, that'll change. And then from there, you know, hopefully they hit the ground running, you know. But there you have it, guys. This has been Weeb Rabbit, and that's been my look at the state of play. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know below what you thought of the direct style thing. Let me know if there's anything you're excited for coming from Sony. And until next time, this has been Weeb Rabbit. Bye-bye.